This video is divided into three parts. In the first part, I am going to talk about the proper boxing stance. The second part will be about the defense in boxing. I am going to teach you 5 types of defensive moves. And in the third part, I am going to teach you 4 basic types of boxing punches. You will learn the proper technique to throw punches. So this video is very important for the beginners. Make sure you don't miss any part of the video. Let's get started. For the proper boxing stance, stand with your feet shoulder width apart. Your non-dominant foot should be in the front and your dominant foot should be in the back. Imagine a center line between your both feet. Your front foot should be on the left side of the line and your back foot should be on the right side of the line. Now you should have a bit loose knees. Your knees should not be too much bent like this or straight like this. Now let's talk about hips. Your hips should not be parallel like this, because here you will be a bigger target. Your hips should be a little bit turned like this in this position. Your elbows should be close to the body to protect those body shots. Hands up, chin tucked, and keep your eyes on your opponent. So guys, this is the proper boxing stance. Almost 90% of the boxers have this boxing stance. Gennady Golovkin was a master at this boxing stance. So make sure your boxing stance is correct, because stance is the base. If you don't have a proper boxing stance, then you will be unable to punch correctly and move properly. Secondly, we are going to talk about the 5 types of defensive moves in boxing. The first type of defensive move is called the slip. The right method to slip a punch is drop your shoulder towards the opposite knee, just like this, slipping towards your right and slipping towards your left. This defensive move is helpful against the straight punches. Our main objective is to move our head off that center line. The second type of defensive move is called roll. We roll a punch like this. This type of defensive move is helpful against the hooks, or in simple words, against those circular punches. Now the right method to roll a punch is keep your hands up, eyes on your opponent, and make a U shape, just like this. Down, round and up. Down, round and up. The third type of defensive move is called lean back. This type of defensive move is helpful against straight punches and hooks. Simply lean back and your opponent will completely miss. The fourth type of defensive move is called duck. We duck a punch like this. Now guys, remember, this is not just the upper body movement. Simply bend your knees. Again, this defensive move is helpful against straight punches and hooks. Simply keep your hands up, eyes on your opponent, and duck a punch just like this. The fifth type of defense is blocking, the most basic type of defense. Just cover yourself with your hands and block punches. I would say it's not great defense, because you are still getting hit. You are still feeling the impact, but it can work for you if you involve your footwork. Now we are going to talk about the 4 basic types of punches in boxing. The first type of punch is called the jab. It's the most basic and the most important punch in boxing. To throw jab, fully extend your lead hand all the way out and all the way back. And make sure your shoulder is protecting your chin, just like this. Also slightly rotate your hip. To add power in your jab, you can take a step forward with your front foot. The second type of punch is called the cross. It's the power punch thrown with your dominant hand. Fully extend your dominant hand all the way out, rotating your hip in the forward direction, just like this, and turning on the back foot. Guys, remember, always keep the non-punching hand up and exhale while throwing punches. This sound that I am making, I am exhaling while throwing punches. This is usually the knockout punch, and most of the times it is thrown after jab. 1, 2. The third type of punch is called the hook. The first 2 punches are the straight punches. The hook is a circular punch. We throw hook just like this. Lift your elbow, make 90-degree angle between your forearm and bicep, and turn your left shoulder around, just like this. To add power in your hook, you can rotate your hip and pivot on your front foot. The fourth type of punch is called the uppercut. We throw uppercut just like this. First of all, get low, keep your elbow close to your body and come up with the uppercut just like this. So guys, these four are the basic types of punches that every beginner must learn. Now there are three most important tips for you guys whenever you throw punches. The first one is always exhale whenever you throw punches to conserve your energy. The second one is always keep your non-punching hand up. And the third one is rotate your hips to add more power in your punches. You can also make a punch combo with these punches like 1, 2, 3 and 4. In speed it looks like this. So guys, that was all for today. I hope you liked my video. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel to learn boxing and other martial arts. See you soon in the coming video.